Shaitanirajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am highly thankful to this Study Insight, which is a career counseling cell having its office at Sumbal, Sonawara district, Bandipora. So I am very much feeling very much privileged that they have invited me to give guidance on the how we can build a good and dignified career in every field. Since I belong to the law fraternity, I have been asked many questions by the person who is holding the chair of this Study Insight. The first very question which you have posed to me is very important. That is, what is the importance of law in today's world and society? The answer to this question is very simple. Whenever we wake up early in the morning, I may say that every person in the world is bound by law, whether it be the society, whether it be a school, whether it be a locality. So the answer to the question which I have made here right now is that everybody is bound by the law. Now the another question which would be how? Whenever we go to school, whenever we study chemistry, physics, like in chemistry we study nomenclature, we cannot give a name to a particular compound or mineral in a hasty manner. We there follow a set of rules. Likewise, in the morning assemblies in the schools, we go for the prayers and we use it to be in queues. That is law. Because law is a guidance, law is a rule, law is a direction, law is notification. Law is what is good, what is bad, what is wrong, what is right. If we talk about traffic, there are traffic rules that we have to keep the left lane vacant so that if an ambulance is coming, that can go through that left lane. What is that? That's law. In colleges, in universities, we follow a certain procedure. For example, we submit our forms, we submit our fee receipts. What is that? That's law. Because a person cannot live without law. If there would be no law in the society, in locality, in the country, there will be mess. Likewise, whenever I am giving just simple examples to substantiate your question. Now the other aspect is whenever we go to the banks, whether it be an old lady, whether it be an old person or a woman or a school guy or any other adult who approached the bank for depositing of their money, what they do there? They assemble there in queues so that their turn will come up. That is law. In whose or in we can say in religion. In religion we also follow law. Like we go for the salah for 5 times of salah there are in Islam. Fajr is the first salah which is to be performed at once you wake up from the bed. Then comes Zohar, then comes Asr, then comes Maghrib, then comes Isha. And we follow a certain sequence. So I can say that law is also sequence. You cannot offer Maghrib before Fajr. You cannot perform the Salah of Isha before Asr. So we have to follow a certain rule. I, in simple words, can say that law is everywhere. For example, a person has to inculcate certain principles in his or her life. Like a person should be disciplined. Whether it be its morality, whether it be its chastity, whether it be its home-seated work, office work, in every aspect, in every field of life, a person have to adhere to the sequence, to the directions, to the rules and regulations, so that he can lead a good and happiest life? And this is the simple answer to this question. Second question which you have posed to me is of great importance, that how students can make their career after 10 plus 2. Since from recent years, judiciary is doing a great work, because we have a concept of judicial activism. When I was doing my 10 plus 2, I had no concept of LLB, because basically I belong to the medical field. I did my 10 plus 2 in medical. I did my graduation in BSc with the biochemistry. And after that, after completing these 3 years at college, then a concept, and then a thought came to my mind that I should become a lawyer, I should become a judge. Even though the thought came to my mind later, but now at this point of time, I am very happy with my profession, because law is a diverse profession and it is an interesting profession. Now the question is, how a student after 10 plus 2 becomes a lawyer? What are the conditions? What he should do after completing his 10 plus 2? Since there are two types of degrees for the LLB. If a person wants to go for this judgeship or lawyership, he has to pass certain exams. After 10 plus 2, he can directly opt for BALLB. That means the course would be of 5 years. That is 3 years of graduation and 2 years of that PG. That will come BALLB, Bachelor of Law, and that is important. 10 plus 2, because he has not or she has not to go to the college, she has not to waste the 2 years, 5 years or 3 years in the college, because nowadays in colleges it is semester wise. It takes almost 4 years or 4 plus years in completing the graduation at the college, whether it be the arts, whether it be this medical. But once you complete your 10 plus 2, you can directly opt for the BALB, and that you will get the professional degree. But once you go to the college, you will not get the professional degree. You will get just a graduation degree. The question is, a person can go for a professional degree in another field also. But the important question is, if a person wants to go for the lawyering or go for the judgeship, then he has to go for the BALLB. Now the question, you have invited me at your office. I am very much happy that the Studyinsight has its office at Sumbul, and it is doing an immensely great job for the local these youth or local students who has to approach to the Srinagar and have to give the number of these. They have number of constraints, like it be the money constraints or the traveling constraints. They have to be they got exhausted by reaching Srinagar, Parepura and other areas. But in Sumbul, this is a very good initiative by the Studyinsight, that they have opened their office at Sumbul, so that the vast catchment area comes within the jurisdiction of this office, and every student will come here. Now the another aspect of doing the professional degree after 10 plus 2 is, that is one thing which I quoted here, that he can directly go for the BALLB. And second thing, they can go for the LLB, and that degree commences after once you have completed your graduation. It is not necessary that you are from the arts field. And when I was doing this graduation in medical, and I was told by some person, my friends, that since you have done your graduation in medical and you cannot go for the LLB. No, education does not require any particular condition. Once you have a capability, once you are interested in doing a particular degree, that there is no other requirement. It depends upon your mental capacity. But not in law. Yes, there are other things which are to be taken into the mind, but the culminative effect is that once you want to do an LLB, there is no need that a student should be an art student. If he is a commerce student, if he is a BSc student, or if he is a non-medical student, this non-medics, and he can go for this LLB or BLLB. After graduation, he can go for the LLB. After 10 plus 2, he can go for the BALLB and will complete his degree very nicely. And nowadays, lawyers are earning a lot of money. Now, the third question: what is scope of law in career? This is important question. One of the most important question which you have posed me, that is this: how we can build a reputed career in the law. There are a number of things. I'll be deliberating few. Number one, once a person completed its BLLB and E or LLB, it's not required that he will only go for the court. He can go for the, he can one only, like the options which I'll be quoting before you for this question would be: first, he can either opt for the court practice, he can opt for the judgeship, then he has to he has to then go for the exam, which is KCS, Kashmir Civil Service. This is one thing. Second thing, there are number of multinational companies and they require lawyers for their drafting, contract drafting जिसे हम बोलते हैं. That means that he will become the contract lawyer or company lawyer, and they will, a person who will be opted as a standing counsel in any company, he will earn lakhs of rupees, even crores of rupees. In-house counselors are required right now in India or in Kashmir, or family standing counselors are required, because nowadays we are seeing there are family disputes. Nowadays we are seeing that there are other issues related to the property, matrimonial disputes are there, or other disputes are there, like arbitration disputes are there, or mediation disputes are there, and they are who is a doctor for these. Who is a doctor for these problems? Is a lawyer who is a doctor. If a question, I'll say that a lawyer is a doctor. Yes, lawyer is a doctor. How I can substantiate this point of view that lawyer is a doctor? Because a person who is having a physical disability, he will go to the doctor, he will go to the physician. But once a person is an injured person, but he is a legally injured person, he has a legal disability, his property has been encroached, his job has been taken away, his other things have been taken away, who will counsel him? It is not the teacher, it is not a doctor, it is not the arbitrator, it is not the engineer. Then he has to go to the lawyer, he has to consult the lawyer. So the important question is that a lawyer is not adhered only to the courts. Even our medical department, we have in Kashmir or in our country, we have number of departments. We have PhD department, we have medical department, we have irrigation department, we have flood department, we have disaster department, we have education, everything. We have, say for example, we have 50 departments in our government. In every department, you need a standing counsel. And in high courts, there are standing counsels. In lower courts, there are standing counsels who are representing the respective departments. So the job of the lawyer is not restricted only to the court, but his job is unlimited, because he has number of professional duties cast upon the shoulders of a lawyer. That means MNCs are taken up the persons who have law degrees. Even private institutions, like we have private schools in our valley running right now, and they need the lawyers. That means I can say that this is a vast field where a person can have immense type of opportunities. It's not, if a person is not interested in the lawyering in judgeship, he can go to a company, and company will be paying in crores and lakhs of rupees. This is third question which you have posed, and that was the most important question. The last question which you have posed is what examinations are there after completing law course, like LLB. Once a student has completed his law course like BA, LLB or LLB, what are the examinations he has to go through? There are number of, first he has to go for the, once a person has to go for the LLB degree, there are number of, he has to give the entrance in university, national law universities are there, like we have our Central University, we have our Kashmir University, other outside this Kashmir, there are number of universities, they have to go for the entrance. Now once you are a LLB student, you have got your degree from a institution, then what examinations LLB student will go? Then here in Kashmir we have the KCS, Kashmir Civil Service Examination, that is in the judiciary में जो exam होता है, that is to be done. वो उसमें उसको appear होना होता है, तो उसमें क्या, उसमें preparation करनी होती है. You have to prepare yourself for that exam, and you will be opted as a judge, and you have to study very keenly. Every pros and corner of the law has to be studied deeply, and you will, if once you once you pass your examination cases, you will become a judge and you will be holding the highest chair in the judiciary. And yeah, then I can say that you are now the fountain of justice, because once everything is closed for a person who has a grievance, at last the one option which is open to him or her is that he will approach to the court, and court will give him the justice, because court is the fountain of justice. A judge is a fountain of justice, is one thing. Second, once a person has completed his LLB degree or the in law degree he has completed, then he can go for examination for this Bar Council of Examinations are conducted by every year by the Bar Council of India, and he will get that certificate also. By that certificate he can practice everywhere in India. We have two types of licenses or these certificates. One is given by the state, and second, Bar Council of India. Once you have the state license, then you can only practice in state. But once you will get the license from the Bar Council of India, then you will practice everywhere. This is second thing. Third thing, there is an important exam, that's Advocate on Record exam, that is being held by the Supreme Court. Once a person passes that exam in Supreme Court, which is conducted by the Supreme Court, then you will practice at Supreme Court also. It is not that you belong to the UT of Jammu and Kashmir and you will be having only this exam in KCS exam in this UT, but in other states also you can go for that examination. You will get judgeship in those states also, or those UTs also. And another examination which is being conducted in law degree, that is a CLAT examination. If once you pass the CLAT examination, you will go for any this national law, reputed national law university for completing your LLB, for completing your LLM. This is within the territory of the India. But once if a person is interested in doing a great things in law, then he can go to the England. In scholarships, you have to pass the scholarship in law, and you will get your admission in England, in London. Because recently my two friends got scholarship, and they have got forms from online. This is a digital India, and they submit online their forms online, and they got the scholarship, and they completed their degrees at London, and now they have LLM from London. If a person completes his exam within India, he is a lawyer. But once he completes his exam, this LLB from London, then he is a barrister. And there is no difference. It is only nomenclature. Here we have lawyer and advocate, but once I get the degree from London, then I will be the barrister. So this is what the law field is all about. The questions which you have posed to me regarding the law field, these are the simple answers, so that if a person is interested, he can opt for this. And finally, I will be giving an advice to the local students of district Bandipora, not only district Bandipora, but apart from the district, that if they have any query, if they want to study outside this UT, they can easily come to the office of Studyinsight, because they are giving a good, they are having a good counselors here, and they everything here is very that is not costly, that is within the range is there, and they are giving the best colleges, best accommodations are there, and now they have taken a good initiative so that the local students of our district will get benefited from this, and they have very good other things which are required for running the office. And I am at last I can say that I am very much privileged that I have been invited by the Studyinsight here for a short episode of this. May Allah bless them all. Thank you very much.